Pretty much ain't nothing I can't get done. Like, look at last week. It was coming up on Bring Your Horsey to School Day, and I just knew that Cletus Sneed, my nemesis, would be trotting into algebra on his fancy sports horsey Mr. Dynamite, and he'd be talking my darned ear off about how he broke the horsey all by himself using his big muscles. Of course, I never much understood that word breaking people use talking about horsies, cause what's the point of having a shiny new horsey if the darn thing's already broken? Well, I didn't have half a horsey to my name, but I knew just where to find one. You see, there's a big horsey lives on top of Heartbreak Hill, and everybody calls him on account of he's so scary. All the most muscular fellas in town have tried to break him, but they all turned out broken instead. Well, I moseyed on up the hill anyway, since I'm pretty much always real brave. First thing Deathface did when he saw me was lay his ears flat, which I reckon meant something like, "Get away from me, dang it." Then I saw that Deathface was actually wearing a little mascara, which I bet all them folks who came over here probably didn't even notice. So I said, "Gee, I like your makeup, mister," and Deathface stomped on the ground, sort of like, "Thanks, I guess." Then I said, "Do you want a friend?" And he swished his tail like, "No way." So I figured I'd try out a sneaky trick I learned from Mama. You see, way back when I was more baby-like, I was always too busy doing stunts to go bathroom. And Mama'd yell, "Missy, you need to go number one." And I'd yell back, "No." And Mama'd look at me and say, "Yes, you do. I can see it in your eyes." And I'd grumble all the way to the commode thinking, how'd she do that? So anyway, I leaned in close to Mr. Deathface and said, "No, sir, I think you do want a friend. I can see it in your eyes." And he leaned towards me all surprised, like, and I said, "How about you and I can be friends, and I promise I won't be trying to break you or nothing." And he walked a little circle, which I took to be him just thinking things over. Then he leaned his head all the way down, sort of saying, "Well, I'm on, man." So I did. And I wish I could show you Cletus Sneed's face when we showed up in algebra, probably something like this. But we never ended up at Bring Your Horsey to School Day, because Deathface walked right past the school and kept on going in a straight line. And now we're halfway to California, and I don't know where he's taking us, but at least I know he ain't broken.